Hi guys, you're welcome back again to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing me, I am Grace and I'm a student that is based in Owerri Imo State, Nigeria. Today we'll be listening to one of our instructors tell us how to cultivate bees and also get original honey.
People are involved in beekeeping. So imagine Nigeria importing $2 billion worth of honey annually. That means that those of them that are here, if we can go into this business, it's a very huge business for us. And 99% of what they are importing is molasses, sugar. They produce this sugar in the lab and call it honey. And that's why if you see it in the supermarket, they will tell you best before 20 expiring date. Honey has no expiring date. Original honey can stay for 3,000 years. It doesn't spoil. Go to the supermarket now, you see honey. Production year, manufacturing year. Meaning that after that time it will spoil. Original honey does not spoil. It can last for 3,000 years. Quality honey. So that is why we are encouraging people to get to know. And a lot of people lack information about honey. Many people don't know about honey. Honey appear in different characteristics and have different forms and shapes. You know, bees feed on flowers. The type of flower they feed on determines the character and the quality of the honey. So here we are going to expose most of this honey. Most of this honey we take are fake honey. One good thing about African honey is that most of our honey, the bees feed on natural vegetation. As you can see here now, we are not feeding our bees. We have all colonies here now. We are not feeding our bees. They feed on natural vegetation and flower. Most of them over there, they feed their bees. Like I did my postgraduate at Hebrew University, Jerusalem, on honey production, commercial honey production. At Hebrew University, they feed their bees with sugar. You cannot talk of beekeeping without feeding. And it is what you feed the bees with, is what they give you. That's why overseas, they will tell you, honey can cause diabetes. Because they are feeding their bees with sugar. And the product is sugar. Here, what the bees feed on determines the quality and the aroma of the honey. Understand? So we shall come to that now. So most of the bees products we are having here is fake. Original honey, you can feed on honey for 2 months without food. Honey will supply everything your body needs in the right proportion. Yes, it has everything your body needs. But when you get the fake one, you are not getting the honey. And what is everywhere, including the local people, supermarket, molasses. And that is why you should patronize a beekeeper. We don't have honey shop. Most people don't. In fact, in Owerri here, I can say I'm the only person that has a honey shop in Owerri. There's no. You don't buy honey in supermarket. Honey must be gotten from a professional beekeeper. So that's why we are encouraging people to sensitize you people. A beekeeper, a professional beekeeper is called apiculturist. You can see this honey now. These different forms of honey. But they fed on different vegetation. You can see this one is honey from flower, citrus honey. This one citrus honey, avocado honey, sesame honey. The flower they feed on determines the character of the honey. Wow. Now, in overseas now, if you go to honey shop, depending on what you want, like if you come to my shop now, I have honey from different varieties. Understand? I have honey from lemon. You know ucheku? Yes. This is the honey from ucheku. They fed on ucheku flower. Neem. This is the honey from neem flower. Then the one ubebeke. This is the honey from avocado. So I don't have, there are so many of them. This is the white honey from the forest. No, it depends on what you want. So what we are saying is that what the bees feed on determines the botanical origin of the honey, determines the character of the honey. No, if a bee, this honey here now, they are all honey, but it has different characteristics and different complements. Assuming maybe you go to the hospital, they say, please be taking more vitamin C. And you don't like taking drugs, you can walk out to a honey shop, say, please give me honey from citrus or lemon. Once you are taking that lemon honey, you are automatically taking natural vitamin C. If you have need for B complex, you can walk up to a honey shop, you give me honey from avocado. It has very rich B complex. As you are taking it, you are taking natural B complex. But here now, we don't have such information. So now we want to talk about the advantages of beekeeping. One of it is pollination services, number one. Those of you with those small people, you see it here. The pollination services 75% of all plants, both cultivated plants and wild plants, depends on pollination services. You know what is pollination? Yes. Now, without pollination, this planet will collapse. That is why Albert Einstein, so many years ago, you know Albert Einstein?
Yes.
He said that if bees goes into extinction, or if bees die, that the planet Earth will collapse. Because bees are responsible for pollination. And pollination leads to quality seeds and flowers. Without pollination, pollination ensures biodiversity. Without pollination, this earth cannot be complete. Because we need pollination, cucumber, watermelon, almost all the plants, even pawpaw, mango, orange, they need apple. Without pollination, they cannot produce. And bees are the major agents of pollination globally today in the world. So, as you are keeping the bees, you are helping to preserve this world, helping to preserve the environment. Traditionally, people go to the villages. When they see beehives in trees, you know, they go and burn them with fire. When you burn this bee with fire, you think the only thing you can get from the bees is honey. It's not like, because they are involved in, but that's why most times in certain years they will say, mango did not fruit today, this year, orange there was not, because the pollinators are dwindling in population. So now, the pollination is essential for the survival of this earth. Without pollination, this planet Earth will collapse. And that is why we should keep bees, apart from the products, but for the benefit of this planet Earth. Recently now, you see people now go to the villages, they use sniper and chemical. When they see big colonies, they go and destroy it with sniper and chemical. And now produce it, give it to you as honey. You are taking poison. Understand? So we have a scientific means of collecting this honey, which you are going to see later, without destroying the honey, without killing the bees. And you get quality honey. And that's why most times you can come and see the color of the honey will be nice. It is not going to be dirty as the ones you see over there. Yeah, so that is pollination services. And the pollination service is essential for life. So advantages of beekeeping is one, pollination services. Then second one, it provides us with useful products. So let us find a way and begin to be relevant to ourselves. There's one of your students that produces organic cream. Comes to my shop every day, and the shop is booming with bee wax and honey. Are you serious? Organic creams. So these are the advantages. Income creation is very necessary. Think of what you can do for yourself. Now, advantage of beekeeping: sustainability. Beekeepers are friends of the environment. That is why we encourage people to keep bees. The moment you keep bees, you protect the biodiversity. Most of these products are produced. It has so many backward and forward linkage. Then it has comparative advantage. Anybody can produce honey wherever you are, even in the north, in the south, anywhere. You can be a beekeeper. Then we'll talk about the gender and age inclusive. Male and female, everybody can be involved in beekeeping. It's not an exclusive right of a particular gender. Even children, everybody can be involved in beekeeping. So these are the advantages and the reasons why we go into beekeeping. Now I want to show you some material we use, but there we are going to show you the hive. This is smoker. The bee smoker, the honeybee smoker. We use this thing during harvesting, and the smoke will start coming from there, which you are going to see now. So this particular smoker now calms the bees down. So with this smoker now, we can take the honey without the bees attacking us with your coverall. Because bees can only attack you when they get instruction from the queen bee. In a bee colony, we have scout bees. They will be hanging around, but the hive will be there. The work of the scout bee is to dictate danger. If there is danger, they will run to the queen bee and interpret the message. The queen bee will now send some other bees to monitor and confirm. Yes, they are very organized. Now, with the smoker, before that thing will happen, you now go to the hive and begin to smoke. Once smoke gets surrounded within that environment, even if the queen bee produce all the odor, all the bees will not, the other bees will not perceive the danger no more. The smoker will disorganize the communication network. So as far as they have not received a clear message, the bees will remain calm. 30 minutes, 1 hour, 5 minutes, we have finished harvesting, we leave. No bee will attack you. Anyone that attacks you is by mistake. So the kind of bees we have here in Europe, America, it's not the same bees. They are regarded as killer bees of Africa. You can, like when I was in Spain, when I was in Spain, you can go to a even a child of 5 years old can go to a bee and open it up. Yes. The kind of bees we have here is called Apis mellifera adulta. Honey has different characteristics. I told you earlier, the botanical origin of the honey determines the character of the honey. We have honey. This honey is slightly bitter from neem flower. It's sweet, but after your mouth will be bitter. So it depends on what you want, and it's highly medicinal. Understand? So what the bees feed on determines the character of the honey. And most times, the average moisture of honey, honey also has water, should be less than 20%. If you harvest honey that is not ripe, that has moisture content above 20, it will ferment. Except you want to use it to produce wine. There's a special wine called mead. M-E-A-D. Mead. Mead is a special wine produced from honey after fermentation. So the moisture content, when it is so high, the honey is likely to spoil. And that is why we have an instrument we call honey refractometer. So we use it to check the moisture content of the honey, so as to know whether the honey is ripe or not. Understand? So that's this is this is queen cage. We use this thing to catch the queen. Yes, you put it here, you catch the queen will remain here. Queen cage. Honey tester. Assuming we have honey now, this is the honey now. You dip it, that's what we use to test, instead of putting your hand. Most times, these are on you so much, you don't use hand, you use a brush. Wow. Bring them down, soft. If you use them, they might attack you. So this is the brush you use. I assume they are, because during harvest, bees will most times use it to get them down. They make them bee brush. While processing the honey, this is the honey presser. So when you are pressing the honey, from the mouth here, the honey will be coming out. And we use stainless steel because honey reacts with iron. This thing is from China. It's over 80,000. So it's 100% stainless steel. So we use everything honey is stainless. So this is honey sieve, double sieve. So once the honey is coming there, you put this thing in a bucket. The honey, it will be sieved 3 times and give you very neat something. You cannot see any dirt here. Very clean. For those of you who are coming up and you don't have the thing, you can also use this to sieve your honey. Sieve your honey. So, but the best is this one. This one is triple sieving. First, second, third. It will give you a more cleaner honey. Ask your questions.